and how are you personally keeping yourself updated on what's happening in this space?
Thank you, Rohit. Firstly, we must recognize that the pandemic has changed the world substantially. And particularly with respect to manufacturing, it has fast tracked the adoption of digital technologies. Our role in the business was to look at a digital roadmap going forward for the business. We plotted out about a 3-year plan about 2 years ago, and the objective was to intensify the use of digitization to improve plant processes, to improve quality, to improve maintenance of our machines, and to reduce the downtimes, to improve overall, bring about substantial reduction in breakdowns and waste generation or second quality generation, and last but not the least, to improve OTIF deliveries to customers. So we took a number of initiatives in our business. We made the use of IoT. We used the power of artificial intelligence. We have used both augmented and virtual reality in the retail side of our business and also for learning. I would say Industry 4.0 is really not something which has left us unscathed. We have picked up use of IoT, using digital technology to ensure better last mile service to our customers, and very importantly using big data analytics to predict customer behavior and trends. In fact, we have done two very interesting projects with our own GDNA team to predict the price of wool at the auctions in Australia. And we did another very interesting project with GDNA to predict acrylonitrile pricing, because acrylonitrile pricing for my TAF business is virtually the most key element of my profitability in that business. And both these projects were very successful, and things which we thought we could not predict, we are able to predict today. And all this is thanks to Industry 4.0 and use of these technologies. What do we see as a trend? There are a number of projects we have done in the plant. We looked at high impact, low cost kind of projects. We picked up trolley tracking of our finished yarns in ABY to control the moisture so that customer benefits. We have lower complaints. We've looked at digital e-logs instead of the manual logs for faster decision making. We've looked at asset monitoring for RO membranes in our ETP plants and our reverse osmosis plant. We're looking at energy monitoring and optimization at many levels, including on our chillers and many of the other equipments which requires this. We've used the power of data to bring down downtimes by being able to predict failures well in advance. So the use of many of these technologies have been deployed in a fairly systematic manner, but given the fact both in terms of both capex and in terms of bandwidth, we've actually drawn out a phase-wise plan and we're taking it through. What do I see as the trends? Well, we see increased trends towards personalization in the products and services offered to customers, apart from a global shift towards sustainable products. Customers are becoming more and more discerning in terms of companies they work with and who espouse the values of environmental protection, health and hygiene, and follow stringent norms in social and labor compliances. Now, we see many of these playing itself out. For instance, customers demand traceability. So we have started using blockchain technology in one of our products. Key product in Thai acrylic fiber in Thailand is a product called Radianza, which is nothing but a gel-dyed fiber. And we have now used blockchain technology to ensure traceability for the entire value chain. And this is going to be valued more and more as time goes by. Each day is a new journey. I must confess that, maybe 4-5 years ago, I would not even have understood many of the things that happen today. But I would say that the last few years have witnessed a huge transition in terms of the shift of industry, manufacturing, marketing, supply chain towards towards the use of technology, and particularly the use of digital technology. One of the key elements for us was to become much more visible on social media, completely revamp our websites, get into e-commerce. So we have an e-commerce platform now, a brand.com, to be able to take the advantage of online selling. We see a lot of changes in the way we are marketing today. We are using a lot of digital marketing content, and I think the world as we see it unfolding, and particularly given the COVID pandemic, is going to ask for more and more use of digital technologies, faster decision making, and very importantly, ensuring that what the customer is really asking for in terms of seeing changes in the people they deal with, the companies they deal with, is that you actually embody those changes. The power of improved customer experience using digital technology is going to be, in my view, the most important in customer satisfaction and retention of customers in the coming years. My own personal experience has been that, I think we have not been as fast off the block as we ought to have been. Maybe we should have seen it coming, but I think at least now we are vigilant on the need to step up on this journey and really create greater and greater value for our customers, our suppliers, and our other stakeholders. So this is really my take on what my businesses have done over the period of time. Thank you.
Thanks, Thomas. And I love the aspect around traceability that you said, you've been able to focus, because that clubs both digital along with the sustainability and ESG priorities of